we are going to go over, this would be your hands-on. Could you zoom in just a little closer, but not a lot? This would be hopefully what you all saw when you did a trace route, something similar to this. This one, for example, that is perfect, thank you. This one goes, and I decided because I'm just that cool, I tried to place, this is placed in China, and just for grins, I was in my office, so I had them trace back to my office. So here's the trace back to my office. It's very lovely. I did a couple of other traits from here. I'm not going to show you that one or that one. And here's another one. I was trying to do the ring. So this is the place in China, going to a place in Brazil. And you can see all the pings here, but notice here there's one missing. The place that gets dicey was when I tried to go back to China. And where's the China one? And the China one didn't really work out. Now you guys can hardly see this at all. What happens is trying to get back to China, we went through sort of the public area. This is from San Diego State. And you'll notice here at China, we kind of just died out down here because China pretty much blocked us out. So I was trying to do something really cool. Instead, I ended up with a few that are really kind of far apart, but this is going to be really cool. So let me just show you here what I did. I started here at SDSC. That is the San Diego Supercomputing Center. Okay? And my trace route is here 132, 249, 2151. And like I told you for your hands-on, I just want to see the first two numbers. 132, 249. Okay? And I went from there to this ping.unesp is a university in Brazil. I think I also told you to use the universities, right? Use a university. So we're going down here to Brazil. So this is UNESPBR. Their address is not that. 200.145. So I'm just going to put little blocks around this. Now we have the start of our diagram. I'm just going to kind of pencil it in because I like to. So we started here at 132, 249. I go down to the next notch on my little router here, and I came out to 192.12. Okay. The next one I came out, there are two entries here, 137, 164. And now that we've been through all this IP routing, we understand, yeah, there are probably a couple of different subnets in 132, 137.164 that we ran into. Next up I have these 198.71. So we'll put those in, 198.71. Okay. Next up here I have 198.32. That's an obnoxious banging noise. And then finally I have a 200.0 and a 200.143. We're getting close. 200.0, 200.143. Okay. So this is the route that a packet would normally take going from San Diego Supercomputing Center to this place in Brazil. Okay. So that's the trace down. Now, I told you to go around in circles, right? So here, remember, I'm Mr. Adventurous, and I picked here. By the way, I did get these from traceroute.org, just like you all did. I got a question, yes?
Just out of curiosity, the ones that have like an IP address and then the IP address in parentheses, are those routers, like you say how 7's different from 3?
Oh, that some of these will have a name?
Yeah.
What'll happen is you can name something, or you cannot name it.
Okay.
So the ones that don't have a name are just the IP address, IP address.
Okay.
The ones that have a name don't.
Okay.
Sometimes the name helps you figure out where stuff is. Oh, anyway, so we're going here from Brazil to .is. Anyone know where .is is? Iceland. Took me a while to find. If you go through the European ones, it's hard to find universities there. But I did find, I think this is one, yes. It's in, I think in Iceland. And what happened here was, so I'm starting in Brazil. So Brazil is going to be at the top. And if I go through this list, it's getting hard to see. Let me just scoot these over to be able to see all this at the same time. You notice down here is Brazil. Where is my Brazil? So I start here at 200, 145. I go 200, 136. I don't know where that is, but that's okay. Somewhere in here. And then notice here we're 198.32, 198.71. And then we split off and go to 109.105. So that's in here. By the way, NordU is probably some Norwegian thing, I would guess. The Norwegians and the Icelanders probably get along pretty well. And then here we go 130.208. And this is rhnet.is. So we'll put a little box around them too. Okay. Now we went from rhnet.is. It's on this page here. You can hardly see this one, that's super small. rhnet.is. I love the TIL. So 2. This is an Icelandic. FRA, you guys see that? You can hardly see that. FRA with the accent. Come on, we're international here. From, can hardly see that. To, TIL. Anyway, to San Diego State. Notice here we start at 130.208. I'll just put those up there. Next step is that 109, 105. We go through a bunch of those for a while. And then notice here we're back into 198.71. Right here. Then we go 137, 164. Oh my goodness, it's right there. Then we go 192.12. That's right there. And then finally we're at our home, 132, 249. And we are there. Okay? So here's the fun part. So zoom back out now. I need to look at these trace routes. There's only a couple people in the room. I do have some other traces up here. Did you get yours back?
Oh, no. Did you think I picked it up?
Well, I'm going to give them back so you guys can.
What are the terms of the different ones called? Are we going to know what the edge is, and we're going to know?
Oh, what are the edge? These would all be considered backbone routers. So this is the back. Until you get to these would be edge.
Okay.
But the rest of these are backbone, and as a company, you don't ever see those unless you're going to work for a AT&T or. No. You can kind of see sometimes the names will say, like here it's net.internet2.edu. There's a whole network that a network called Internet 2 that all the universities or most all universities are connected by. And so that's what most of this stuff we see is.
I guess with one of them, I was trying to figure out which ones were actual internet, because I think that's the way it's presented in the book. Like, part of it was the internet, and part of it was the edge that's close to the university. And I guess I was getting confused a little why they did it.
No, I don't think you need to worry. So again, this is just backbone.
The whole thing's back.
Yeah, all these are backbone in between.
It's in there now.
And then the edges are out at the
Sure.
edges.
No
Yeah. Let's see. So I got one here. Someone's going ODU to UT Dallas. And you guys can hardly see here. But we can see right here, if you zoomed in a little bit, we have this 198.71 right there. And so if I want to get to UT Dallas, maybe I should try to get to ODU, huh? So here we go. This one goes 74.200, 208.76. It's going to be 129.110. I don't know if that's a real one. That's not a real one. Sorry. Let's see, where else have we got? This one, 192.22. What is that? Cogent? That's a strange one. The ones coming back to ODU you can't really trust. Here's another one that goes to Princeton. There's 198.71. You guys can hardly see that. There's 198.71 again. 192.22. Where's this stuff? 216.27. So I can go off here. 216.27. 128.112. This is Princeton. Okay. So that was exciting. That one I can't really read. These guys need to not do DNS lookups for theirs. It's not even the right one. I have a couple here. If we want to look at this China one. So the China one, we end up on, there's our 198.171. And then where were we going from? China to me. Where's ODU on here? 128. 92.70. Where did that go? So ODU comes off here, 192.70. Then we're going to be 128.82. This is ODU. And if you want to get to China from here, you go off onto 210.25. 159.226. Sorry, this is going to go a little funny because I have to squeeze it in. That's not a good one. 202.122. And then 202.38. And this is ihep.ac.cn. All right. I think that's enough. Yeah. So hopefully you get the idea here, and you can hopefully see where your particular one connected in. I had another one on this 198.70. So if I go from here to ODU. There. 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 Okay. Well, that's pretty much it. Fun times. So are we good here? The internet's a big place. We got San Diego. I got China. I don't remember what that was. Sorry. Brazil, Iceland, Princeton, and everybody in between. Okay. Funny, most places, at least academically, you end up off of here. So this was the what they call the Internet 2. Okay. And that's like the main backbone provider for most universities. That's fun.